Welcome back, my dear students. So now in this particular video, we're going to be designing a hero section for our website. All right, so let's just go ahead and let's get started. And you can see that this type of section is actually called the hero section, where there's going to be information about your website, or a cover image is actually there, and then there is something written on there that says welcome to the website, there is a 25% sale going on, so shop now. And these type of informations are usually there on that particular hero section, so that if anyone just lands onto the homepage of the website, he kind of likes your website, and then he goes on there and he just directly click onto the shop page, so that he is taken to the shop page where he can purchase some stuff. So for this, you are going to need an image, and a background image is really very crucial for your hero section or for your main section. And to get the best images, I would recommend you going to this website that's called unsplash.com. Now, unsplash.com is basically a website that provides you the free licensed images that you can use anywhere on your particular website, on your particular social media platforms, or anywhere freely without the need of licensing them. So let's just go ahead and let's search for this. Now, the image that I want to be using is I'm using for my website. Now I will be using that particular image that mostly deals in my criteria. So in there, I deal in clothing, I deal in like technology stuff like desktop, laptops, and mobile. So let's just go ahead and let's take a look at it. Now, what I will do is that I will search for gadgets, and I will hit enter, and I will just take a look at like what are the images that they are giving me, so that I can use that particular image accordingly on my website. And now you can see that they are giving me quite really amazing images right here. Similarly, we also deals in clothing, so we can just go ahead and we can search for like fashion, all right, and we can hit enter, and it's going to give us those images that basically contains the fashion items, clothings, and stuff like that. Now remember one thing, when you are taking a look at the images, take a look at your website color, the main color that you will be using throughout this particular website, and then just go ahead and take a look at those images that contains that particular color. So if any of the image contains that, you are good to go. But let's suppose that you are looking for images that contains blue color. So you can just go ahead and you can just search for fashion, and then you can hit blue, and then it's going to give you some of the images according to that. So you can just take a look at like any image could be the one that you should be using. Now, the image that you should also be using in your cover image should only contain like some things that are not really like messier into your eyes. So you are gonna have to take a look at like those images with a background color, the solid background color. That's a good to go. So take a look at those images. So let's see if this is actually the image that I want to use. So I can use it where I can show some of the text over here. That's going to be a good option. Similarly, let's go down. And this is also an image that we can go ahead and we can use it on our website. And it's also going to give us a great impression. So let's just go ahead and let's just search for like since we're going to be using it for our store, and we mostly deal in electronics, so we can go ahead and we can just search for blue gadgets. All right, and now we will go ahead and we will hit enter, and let's take a look at like what are the gadgets we're going to be getting. So let's see. So let's suppose that this is the image. I'm just searching for gadgets blue. All right, I just get this image. Now, this image is really very simple, and this image just contains only one single object. All right, so what I will be doing is that I will be going ahead and I will be using this particular image on my e-commerce store. Now what I will do is that I will go ahead and I will click on download free, and this particular image is going to be downloaded right on my computer. Alright, my dear students, so once the image is actually downloaded, now what you need to do is to go to photop.com to resize that particular image. And the reason why we want to resize this is because we are going to be using this as our cover image, but that image is really going to be really very huge in size, so we need to make sure that we use it accordingly for our particular web site. So let's just go ahead and let's click on new project over here, and let's just go ahead and let's basically say cover image. All right, and the width and the height of this particular image, keep it as 1280 by 720 pixels, and then just go ahead and hit create. So once you will go ahead and once you will do that, now what you need to do is to drag the image that you just downloaded and drop it right here. And once you have dropped the image, now you will see that it will be just contained in that container. Now what you should be doing is that you need to hold your shift, and if you want to resize it, just resize it accordingly. If you just leave your shift and now you resize it, you will see that the image will actually lose its size, lose its ratio. All right, so keep on holding the shift and then resize this. Now I will be resizing this image like this, and now I will bring it here. All right, and now I will just resize it from here, and I will bring it here just like that, and I will just increase it from here. So I will be resizing this image like that. All right, and just like that. Now what I will do is that I will go ahead and I will hit enter. All right, and once you will hit enter, this image is going to be saved, and now we will be using this particular image on our particular website as our cover image. Now if you want to get this image, I will be going ahead and I will be adding this image as a resource. So if you want to use this image on a website, make sure to download that. Now what I will do is that I will go to the file, and I will go to the export, and I will export this image as a JPEG file, and I will just go ahead and I will hit save. And if this image gets saved in a text format, make sure to go ahead and change and rename its extension from TXT to actually the JPG. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to quickly do that. All right, my dear students, so once I'm done with that, now what I will do is that I will go ahead and I will click on edit section over here. And now instead of using this image, I will be going ahead and I will be using that image over here. And see the difference. See the difference, the impact of the image being used on your website. Let's just go ahead and let's click insert media, and you can see how this is looking. Now what I will do is that I will go to the layout and I will increase the minimum height of it. All right. And now I will go to the style and I will select the size to be cover. All right. And the position, since this position is actually a bit downwards, like this image, this is we have got the headphones. All right, so what I will do is that I will just select it to be bottom center, and now you can see that we have got this shore right here. Now what I will do is that I will go to the background overlay and I will decrease it, and you can see how it's just like looking. And now this blue is actually matching up with this, so that is why I do not have to use that much opacity for my particular image. And you can see how cool this is looking right here on my particular website. Similarly, what you can do is that instead of using the size to be cover, what you can do is that you can just set this to contain, and you can see how is it changed. You can even set this to be like auto, and you can also use it to be like custom. All right, and you can set its width to be 100% so that this is how the image should be looking. All right, so now you can see that how this is actually looking, and this is how our web page is looking. So now when you have used your particular image, now what we need to do is to add our text over here, and we will keep this area to be empty. All right, so what we will do is that we will first of all go ahead and get rid of this, and now what we will do is that we will add a new column. All right, and here is another column, and this is also another column. Now if you take a look at this, you can see it says welcome to my website, and then we have got this particular button right here. And now what we will do is that we will go ahead and we will select this, and we will go to the content, and we will just align this to left. All right, since we are using the left alignment. All right, and now what we will do is that we will go ahead and we will use that like spring offer. All right, we will just add this spring offer, and right down below we will go ahead and we will add another heading, and this heading is going to have a color that's going to be white, and we will be using the same font. Make sure to follow the same font on your whole website. All right, and now what we will do is that we will go to the content, and we will go ahead and we will change this to flat 20 All right. And now what you can do is that you can go to this heading and you can increase the size of it. So let's just increase the size of it just like that. And now we've got this flat 20% off on all products. You can go to the style and you can set its weight to be like 300, so that this should be very much sleek in design. Now what you can do is that you can go to the button, you can click on edit button. All right. And now you can go to the content and you can bring this to left. All right. And you can see the design of this cover. So you can see how cool now actually this is looking. And so the first one here, it says shop now. What we will do is that we will click on edit button and we will go to the style and we will change its color to white, and we will change its text color to be actually black. All right. And you can see the difference yourself, like how amazing this button is actually looking. All right. So this was basically one single type of cover design that I've basically shown you. Similarly, you can create another type of design for this particular website. So let me just go ahead and let me create another one. Now what I will do is that I will go ahead and I will hit update. And now I will add another cover. All right. I will add this, and this is the cover. For this particular cover, we're going to be using a text element here, and we will go ahead and we will click on edit section, and now we will be adding a minimum height to this, and we will increase this minimum height. All right. Now we will go on here, we will click on edit section, and we will go to the style, and we will go to the background type, and we will use any other image rather than that, using the images that we have on our own website. All right. So let's suppose that I want to use this same image. All right. So you can go ahead and you can use that, since we will be selling technical items. All right. And now in here, since you are using a bigger image where there is no white space. So if you are using an image where there is a white space, I would recommend you to keep your content over there. If you're using those particular image where there is no white space, then make sure to use a background overlay. And when you are using a background overlay for that, use the background overlay, try to use the background overlay of your website theme. So let's suppose that our website theme is blue. All right. Then we will try to use that particular background overlay that contains blue. And then we can go to the edit heading and we can change the heading color to either white if white is visible. If you want to use black, you can use black. So let's suppose that we have got the black. All right. And then what you can do is that you can just go ahead and you can add this same thing. All right. So let me just go ahead and let me copy this particular column. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paste it over here. And you can see this is the same thing is added over here. Now what I will do is that I will go ahead and I will delete this column. And you can see that this is same coming right here. And here it says spring offer, flat 20% off on all products. This is here and this is here. Now see the difference. All right. So if you want to use an image where there is actually some of the clear space, do not use a much darker background overlay. And if you are using that particular image where there is no like a clear space, then do use a background overlay. Now if you go ahead and you change the background overlay and you choose it to be black, it's going to be looking much more better. All right. And now you can see how this is actually looking. But I kind of like it this way. So what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be going ahead and I'm going to be deleting this cover, and we're going to be using only this particular cover on our particular website. That was all. Now we are actually done with the cover. So now right down below, we're going to be going ahead and we're going to be showing some of the categories here. I'm going to show you how you can add these categories links right here in a much better way. And then we're going to be going ahead and we're going to be designing the rest of the page. So stay tuned and bye-bye.